Hello, good day viewers. You're welcome once again to Shabes online tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to find a solution to initial value problem. If you are new here, consider subscribing to my channel and also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Shabes online tutorial. So the question on the board reads: consider the ordinary differential equation y prime prime plus 16y is equal to 0. The function y is equal to c1 cos 4x plus c2 sin 4x is a two-parameter family of solution for differential equation. Then we are asked to find the solution of the initial value problem, i.v.p, where y into the bracket of pi over 2 is equal to minus 2, then y prime into the bracket of pi over 2 is equal to 1. In our last class, we discussed about how to verify a solution. So in this case, the question says y prime prime plus 16y is equal to 0. This function cy cos 4x plus c2 sin 4x is a two-parameter family of a solution to this differential equation. So if you miss our previous class, you can go back to the video and watch. So if you verify this function is going to be the solution to this given differential equation. When you differentiate this function 2 times, substitute here, then put the function of y, then multiply it by 16 is going to give you 0. So we have discussed that in our previous class. So today we are going to learn how to find the solution of the initial value problem when y is into the bracket of pi over 2 is equal to minus 2. So let's get started. Solution. So from the question, the function of y is given as c1 cos 4x plus c2 sin 4x. So this is the function of y. What this initial value problem implies is that we are going to substitute the value of y to the function, then x to this given function, so that we can solve for the constant. But if you look at it, what is going to be the value of our x and y? Y is into the bracket of pi over 2 is equal to minus 2. This implies that when y is equal to what? Minus 2, then x is equal to pi over 2. So this is what this implies. Y is equal to minus 2 at x at then x is equal to pi over 2. So what we just need to do here is just to substitute the value of y as minus 2 to the given function. Then anywhere we see x, we substitute pi over 2. And recall, pi is 180. 180 over 2, we are going to substitute to the value of x. So let's get started. Y, from the question, y initial value problem, y is given as minus 2. So we are going to have minus 2 in place of y, which is equal to c1 cos 4. In place of x is going to be what? Pi over 2, which can also be written as what? 180 over 2. This is the value of pi. Then plus c2 sine 4 into the bracket of what? 180 over 2. So we have successfully replaced x and y in the function. Now we can wait for that to simplify. So we're going to have what? Minus 2 is equal to c1, then cos 4 multiplied by 180 is going to give us 720. And 720 divided by 2 is going to give us 360. So we are going to have cos 360 plus c2 sine. Also 4 multiplied by 180 is 720, and divided by 2 is going to give us also 360. So now we can wait for that to simplify. Minus 2 is equal to what? c1, then cos 360 is equal to 1. So then 1 multiplied by c1 is going to be also c1. Then plus c2, then sine 360 is going to be 0. If you press your calculator, sine 360 is 0, then multiply by 0. Therefore, minus 2 is equal to what? c1. Then plus c2 multiplied by 0, any number multiple 0 is going to be 0. So this time is going to cancel. Therefore, the value of c1 in this given in the initial problem is going to be what? Minus 2. c1 is equal to minus 2. So the second part of the question says y prime into the bracket of pi over 2 is equal to 1. what this implies is that our function y, which is c1 cos 4x plus c2 sin 4x, we are going to differentiate y once, then before we substitute the value of x and y. So let us differentiate. We are going to differentiate our function, and the function is given as what? Y is equal to what? C1 cos 4x then plus c2 sin 4x. So if you have c1 cos 4x, c1 is multiplying cos 4x, so we are going to use product rule. So y now will be equal to what? What we are going to do in product rule, recall, keep the first term constant, then you differentiate the second one, then you keep the second one constant, you differentiate the first one. So we're going to keep c1 constant, then you differentiate cos s. Derivative of cos x cos 4x is going to be what? Minus 4 sin 4x. So I earlier told you, if before you can learn differential equation, you need to revise your basic calculus. Okay, so c1 cos 4x, the derivative is going to be what? Minus 4 sin 4s. So this minus can come back, is going to be minus c1 4 sin s. Then plus, you keep cos 4s constant, cos 4x, then you differentiate c1. A derivative of a constant is equal to 0. Therefore, this one is multiplied by 0. And anything multiple 0 is going to be 0. Therefore, the whole of this place is gone. Okay, so plus, this plus is from the question. Then we keep c2 constant, we differentiate sin 4x, is going to give us what? 4 cos 4x. Then plus, keep sin 4x constant, then you differentiate c2. C2 is constant. Derivative of a constant is equal to 0. Therefore, the whole of this term is equal to 0. So there is nothing here. The whole of this thing is gone also. So this is first derivative of y. Now we have successfully get the first derivative. Now we are going to substitute the value of y, then an x in this function. So y is given is equal to 1. So in this case, what we are going to have is at y prime is equal to 1, then x is equal to what? Pi over 2, where pi is equal to 180. So now we are going to substitute the value of x and y into this equation. Y prime is equal to 1, then we substitute 1 here, which is equal to what? Minus c1 4 sin 4x. So in place of 4x is going to be what? 180 over 2. Then plus c2 4 cos 4 multiplied by what? 180 over 2. So now we can went further to simplify. 1 will be equal to what? Minus c1, sin 4. We can use this 4 to open this bracket. 4 multiplied by 180 is going to give us what? 720. Then divided by 2 is going to be sin 360. So we're going to have minus c1 4 sin 360, then plus c2 4 cos 360. Because 4 multiplied by 180 is 720, then divided by 2 is going to give us 360. So now we can went further to simplify. 1 will be equal to what? Sin 360 is 0. Then 0 multiplied by 4 is 0. Then 0 multiplied by minus c1 is still 0. So everything here is going to be what? Is going to be 0. Then plus c2. 4 cos 360 is 1. Then 1 multiplied by 4 is going to give us 4. Then 4 multiplied by c2 is going to give us what? 4c2. 4c2, which is we are going to have 1 will be equal to what? 4c2. Now remember, we are looking for the value of this c2. What are we going to do is to divide both sides by the coefficient of c2, which is 4. So we divide through by 4, through by 4. So this 4 will cancel this 4. So c2 now will be equal to what? 1 over 4. So this is the value of c1 and this is the value of c2 in this initial value problem, given the differential equation and the function y c1 cos 4x plus c2 sin 4x is a two-parameter family of solution for differential equation. Then the solution to of initial value problem IVP, given that y is equal to minus 2 at x is equal to pi over 2 is equal to minus 2, then y prime is equal to 1 at x is equal to pi over 2 is equal to 1 over 4. So this is how to solve initial value problem. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Shabes Online.